So I've been working on blockchain projects for a couple of years now, and the other day I was asked, well, what are the headline lessons learned? So I gave myself a white piece of paper, and then just in the first few seconds, I just scribbled down these 5 points, which are kind of the things that I think I've learned over the last couple of years. So let's kind of walk through them. So first of all, blockchain solves the digital asset problem. Well, look, if you're not trading a digital asset peer-to-peer without the need for a trusted intermediary, then chances are this is not a blockchain use case, and you're trying to retrofit something that maybe would be better off with a central database. So that's the first thing. Secondly, blockchain's a volume game. You need to get enough volume of transactions onto your blockchain to get meaningful benefits. And to do that, well, half a blockchain is no use. You need both peers, peer-to-peer, you need peer-to-peer. You need both guys at either end of a blockchain to be on the same network. So it's all about recruitment. So it's all about identifying a small enough market segment where you can get enough volumes, but big enough to show some sort of network effect. So that's the second thing. Focus on a minimum viable ecosystem. The third thing is actually also pretty obvious, that all blockchains by necessity start out pretty centralized. Even Bitcoin, there's only one miner on day one, right? So it's not a problem to start centralized, but it is a problem to stay centralized. If you're really going to get the network effect and increase those volumes up and up and up and up, and increase the participation up and up and up and up, you've got to decentralize. So you need to have a passion to decentralize. Fourth thing, well, as you're building out these, what are effect industry utilities, there's a real kind of, well, why would I invest in building out a blockchain, a market utility that's going to benefit my competitors as much as me? Why would I do it? Well, there's actually a really good reason why you do it. It's because what you're doing, especially if you get the decentralization right and the incentive model right, what you're doing is you're building trusted data at the level of a market. Now, you've kind of built the railway here, the foundations, if you like. But now what are you going to do with it? What are you going to do on top? What new value propositions are you going to build? And you really want a seat at the table, like a tier 1 membership, as to who is going to define what innovative new apps are going to be built, who's going to build them, and how they're going to be monetized. So you really want a seat at the table there. So it is worthwhile getting in first and being somebody driving this new ecosystem, not being driven by it. And then finally, when we look at the benefits that come from a blockchain, you kind of start by getting rid of friction in B2B processing of these assets moving peer-to-peer. But what you're really after is behavioral change. What you're really after is thinking about new types of assets and new types of incentive models that you can build on top of all of this wonderful new data to start building new business models. And that's the real prize. And you really want to be in the driving seat there. So that then are my 5 lessons from 2 years of blockchain engagements.